Hi, I'm Kaitlin Folsom. I go to State College of Florida Collegiate School, and I represent the Division 8 exchange clubs. Mr. Chuck Walker and the Division 8 exchange clubs for all of their amazing support. I would not have been able to do this without them. So here we go. This is my speech called Who We Are. When I was in middle school, we had a dazzling program to honor those who have served in the armed forces. We showed our support for the veterans in our family by bringing in photos of them. And while my classmates were excited about no class, oh cool man, no class, my thoughts were more aligned to, all right, should I bring in a picture of my grandpa as a young Navy sailor in uniform? Everyone would have something like that. Or better yet, a recent picture of him with his more iconic Santa beard. I wrote my grandpa, my father's father, to request the pictures, and I was pleased to have received a picture of him in uniform, with his so-loved beard. I happily printed the picture and kept it until the assembly at the end of the day. After the orchestral armed forces salute, it was time to show our photos. I did, and I was met with the best responses. Your granddad was in the Navy? Awesome beard. That beard is sweet. And it was. But what was even more awesome was the fact that my grandfather had served in a war so widely written about and examined, a fact I didn't really appreciate fully until recently when I called him to ask of his war stories for history class. Well, hello there, he said in his southern twang. What may I help you with, darling? I replied, Peepaw, I would like to know of your war experience in Vietnam. And within the 40 minutes I was on call with him, I felt an immense pride rush over me after hearing what he experienced. On the other side, my mother's family is from the Philippines. I once spent a car ride talking to my grandparents about their motivations to immigrate. What surprised me the most was the reply to my question, whose choice was it to come to America? My grandfather replied, it was mine. And I had tried before when I was young, before your mom and uncles were born, but I was unable to. So I tried again and again, and eventually we were successful. My family acquired their tickets more than a decade after applying. My grandparents are part of the massive chain of events and people that I am proud to call my family. We would not have been brought together had they done anything different in securing what they believed could be theirs. I'm going to present a poem to you about who I am and who you are, who we are. And to visualize, this is written in our own national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Our lives are as such, given a compass from history for who we are and as we are, is surely no mystery. From the hearts of the past, the dreams of the broken, the souls of the brave have secured this full token. Bodies built to withstand pain, voices wired for expression, minds sharp with pride, and ideals for impression. Yet, where do I lie within this vast disposition? Who are those who live graced with this fruition? I can say I'm no outsider to this dream many seek, nor am I unfamiliar to this dream's great mystique. And what I can say of this dream I know well, for I see its banner and I hear its bell. It rings not for just one, but for those who believe in freedom, in rights, and in opportunity. I can see all of these in this American dream, but before it was given, it must have been achieved. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Voices have cried out to thin, empty air, to a life they so wanted, so far and so rare, and the grasp of the masters transcended the start. They were held back, their hopes still apart from the life that they led and the life they could choose. They saw the horizon and could not refuse. They leapt towards the distance, despite imminent pain, holding on to the notion that they too would gain. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No battle they fought was simple at all. Lives were put in place and succumbed to the fall. But those who prevailed knew of the end. Their efforts would change, resolve, and amend. The lives set in motion for that group overall. The individual mind, anything but small. With the shouts and the chants and the jeers against them, they marched with conviction in securing the gem. They returned from the trial years after their efforts, with cut ties from their suffering, their chains greatly severed. And what I can say of this dream, I know well, for I see its banner and I hear its bell. It rings not for just one, but for those who believe in freedom, in rights, and in opportunity. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Those two lines are more self-explanatory. So what did my Peepaw tell me about the war? He fought and he wanted to secure what stood for freedom. It fulfilled a dream. What did my No-No tell me about immigrating to America? He wanted a life apart from one he knew. It fulfilled a dream. What did they both tell me? It was done for us. For us, the new generations after them. Americans for decades have sought after this American dream. This dream is opportunity. Opportunity that the majority of the rest of the world may not ever experience. Our country was built on the idea that individual freedom is protected. This has been fought for throughout history and is still being fought for every single day. From the eras of independence, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington and the founding fathers, slavery, Abraham Lincoln and the slaves, to civil rights, Martin Luther King Jr., and everything in between, we have experienced our own failures and our incredible successes. Come to think of it, where would we be had no one in history made the choices they did, or if they had not come through with their dreams? We are living in the land of the free. We who, in turn, are the brave. I encourage you to imagine a dream for yourself and think of the magnitude of impact it could have on your life or another's. We are fortunate to have the opportunity to follow these dreams in the country we live in, this United States of America. And that man is pretty sweet.
Oh, that is awesome.